Welcome to Old Man Sports Talk. I'm your host, Old Man Nate, and today we're going to talk about the 2023 NBA playoffs. Usually, I try to do these types of shows before they get started. I was not able to do that for the NBA playoffs. We had the playing games. I was kind of waiting until the playing games were done, and they started the next day, and I was just too busy over the weekend, so I was unable to get the show done. So I waited until all of the round, all of the first games start or were completed before I got started on this show, and I'm trying to get it completed. This show completed before the second game for round one starts. And there's a couple of them going to start here. They'll be tonight. I think there's three games tonight, and they'll start here in about 30 minutes with Boston, Atlanta being the first game going to tip off. So, in the Eastern, we'll start with the Eastern Conference. In the Eastern Conference, we had one seed Milwaukee against the eight seed Miami Heat, and four seed Cleveland against the fifth seed New York Knicks. The third seed Philadelphia against the sixth seed Brooklyn Nets. The second seed Boston Celtics against the seventh seed Atlanta Hawks. And really, there was only a couple surprises in the first game so far. Uh, Milwaukee got handled pretty easily by Miami. That was a big shocker for me. I was not expecting that, and I know that Giannis got hurt in that game, and some people say, "Well, that's the reason they lost." I don't know if they would have won if he had finished the game. Miami was taking it to him, and when he got hurt, it just made it a little bit easier for him. I'll say this: if if Giannis, I know he hurt his back. I don't know his condition. I don't know if he's going to be able to come back in the series or not. But if Giannis does not come back, then it's gonna be extremely hard for the Bucks to get out of the first round, which would be a major upset in the playoffs. They're the one seed, and they're one seed for a reason. They they uh, they won a championship a couple years ago, and they didn't make it back to the championship last year, but um, still was um, you know it would be a major blow if if uh, if Milwaukee is unable to make it out of the first round. The 4-5 matchup, Cleveland, New York, that's going to be a series right there. That is going to be a good series, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. Um, Philadelphia and Brooklyn. Philadelphia had their way in the first game against Brooklyn, and I don't know if Brooklyn's got enough to keep up with Philadelphia. That went as I had planned it, and I see no reason why that won't go. As it's going right now, Philadelphia should make it out of the first round. Then you got Boston and Atlanta. Atlanta, they played, you know, their best game they're probably going to play in the playoffs when they beat Miami to get the seventh seed. In fact, it kind of almost looks like Miami may have just said, "Hey, we'd rather have play Milwaukee in the first round than Boston," and kind of threw that game and worked their way into the eighth seed. But Boston is just way too much for Atlanta. Uh, you know, they can wrap that one up right now. It's over. So, any surprises? Was there any surprises in the first so far in the game one? I've kind of already mentioned Miami winning game one was a big surprise for me. I did not see that coming at all. Like I said, Giannis, if he misses any games he misses, they're going to be struggling. They're going to be lucky to win. So I don't know if he's going to play in game two or not. We'll see. But um, I, I don't think that without him, there's no way they get by Miami. Most impressed was there anything that impressed me? Yeah, Boston looked like the best team in the East by far, and I say by far, but right behind them is Philadelphia. Those two, unfortunately, they got to play the next round. but those are the two best teams right now in the East. Without Giannis, Milwaukee's not in that conversation. So in Cleveland, New York, they're going to put up a good fight with each other, but they're not going to be able to compete in the next round, either one of them. So, um, I and I told you I was going to talk a little bit more about the Cleveland New York series. That right there is going to be probably the best first round series that you'll see. Definitely in the East, and we'll talk about the West in a minute. But it's going to be a dogfight, and it should be. It's a 4-5, right? So it should be a good matchup the whole series. I think it's going to go 7 games for sure. The only way that it wouldn't go 7 games is if somebody from either like Brunson gets hurt from New York, or Randall gets hurt from New York, or um, Mitchell gets hurt from Cleveland. Then that would be a big blow to those teams, and then it'd be hard for those teams to bounce back and be able to beat the other team. So I do think that that Cleveland, if you like good basketball, Cleveland, New York, that should be a good game to watch. So if you haven't already, please take a time right now to like and subscribe to the channel. Ring that bell so you get notifications every time I go live, every time that I make a video and release it. You can get a chance to watch it. Also, at this time, go to oldmancoffee.shop and you can get some coffee. This is a 12-ounce bag. We have 47 different flavors you can get, and we also have K-cups. So they come in the bags and they come in K-cups. So go there and get that. You can also get you a T-shirt, Old Man Sports Talk T-shirt, and we've also got the tumblers. Okay, so go in there, get you some coffee, get your tumbler to drink your coffee in, get you a shirt, and at this time we're running a special. If you get either one tumbler, and by the way, we have these in 20 and 30 ounce. So get you one tumbler, one T-shirt, and one T-shirt. You'll get you a bag of coffee for free. Or if you just get you two tumblers or two T-shirts, then you'll get a bag of coffee also for free. All right. So go on there right now. Take care of that.